Thanks, Beej, and hello to everyone that I've not met before. I'm Alex Horton. I'm the Deputy Head of Sales for Ascentis. What I want to talk about, because I know that you all want to hear from Bassett, so I won't take too much of your time. But what I want to talk about is the work that we've been doing in terms of our resources and in terms of things that can hopefully help our learners together. And these are all things that we've done over the last 12 months or will be doing in the coming months. So in terms of an update for us, obviously, over the past couple of years, you'd have seen the resources that we've developed, things like the Metaverse relationship. Obviously, James is outside if you want any demos of Metaverse. But it's really important to us that our learner success rates are high and that we provide quality resources for you and your learners. So this year alone, we've redeveloped some resources for our progression in employability suite, our essential digital skills programs, English and maths, our ESOL resources, and I'll show you some of our ESOL hub that we have available as well. And that's all been released within the past few months. I'm pleased to say that we now have functional skills, which is live for English and maths. And again, I will go into that in a bit more detail as we go along and the resources that we have to help your learners. So that's called the preparation station, and we'll have a look at that a little bit later. And then we have 3 workbooks which are available, all free, all to use with your learners, so digital, wellbeing and sustainability. And we're very pleased and very excited to say that in the new year, we're going to have an ESOL Skills for Employment program. And we've developed significant resources to help with that qualification. And we're just in the early stages of discussion, for those of you that are involved with Access to HE, of a hybrid online face-to-face solution to help maybe market and bring back some of those learners that you may have lost. That's not to say that that's replacing in totality face-to-face teaching, but it gives you the option of doing both. More details on that will come in the new year. So in terms of our PSE suite, so our Personal, Social and Employability suite, as you can see there, a wide range of topics, so things like belonging in modern Britain, health and social care, resilience and grit, independent living, so a vast array of qualifications there. We have a new unit available, which is wellbeing in the workplace, and that's in our level 1 certificate in employability. We have a new wellbeing unit, and we've enhanced our units across the suite in those core areas that I mentioned that we have those workbooks for as well, digital, wellbeing and sustainability. So we've got our head of product development here, Alice, who's just at the front table, and she's probably not going to like me saying we'll definitely have this ready in January. But what's been a common theme from when we've been going and speaking to our centres is that there's a missing step really with our ESOL learners, and that's how they can progress and how they can move forward into employment when they leave your college or your further learning institute. So we've liaised with a lot of our centres as to the best way for us to approach this. We've had lots of conversations. We've been showing lots of units and things as we've been going along. And there's going to be a level 3 ESOL Skills for Employment in January. So it's been shaped as an off-the-shelf package. So we've created all the workbooks to help with, because it's a portfolio-based qualification, we've developed all the workbooks, which means that if the learners complete these workbooks, they will pass the qualification. So instead of in the years gone by when you have to have all of the paper documents and stuff, we've created the workbooks for the learners to complete and get this valuable qualification. So in terms of the program itself, so there's a new rule of combination. We've got enhanced tutor guidance for each unit. So there's 4 units. I'll show you the rule of combination in a moment. There's 4 units, 2 at 20 GLH and 2 at 10 GLH, so 60 in total. And we have tutor resources as well. And again, we'll have a look at a couple of those as we go along. So as I mentioned in the previous slide, I got a bit ahead of myself there, didn't I? We've got the learner resources, and the workbooks assist in evidencing the portfolio-based qualification. It is funded, so it's available now on Fala, so fully funded. And again, you don't have to do the units that we've prepared the workbooks for, but obviously the workbooks that we've prepared for will give you the credit value in order for you to achieve. So once you have completed that, once you have achieved, the qualification they'll come out with is the Entry 3 Award in Skills for Employment. So if we have a look at the rule of combination, so as I mentioned, 220 GLH and 210, all at Entry 3. Again, we are looking at potentially moving this to other levels as well. But you can see the units there: exploring job opportunities, effective communication for work, rights and responsibilities at work, and building confidence and self-esteem. Obviously, the theme of this conference is all about employment and future-proofing our workforce, and we believe that this qualification with our ESOL learners will fit in perfectly. So if we have a look, this is just one of the units. So you can see here the learning outcome, understanding rights and responsibilities in the workplace, and the AC, the assessment criteria, describe the main rights of an employee, responsibilities of an employee, state what steps he'd take if they had a grievance problem at work, and if they were faced with disciplinary action at work. And you can see there that we provide indicative content. So this is just one of the 10 GLH units. So you probably can't see that well, but slides will go out after this. But you can see here some of the indicative content that we're providing is around pay slips, holiday entitlement, working hours, flexible working, all of those key areas that you need when you first start working. So this is an example of one of the workbooks. So again, you can see, same unit, rights and responsibilities in the workplace. So it talks about the vocabulary, and then we've got the main rights of the employee and all the little bits around that, all to help with the delivery of this program. And then you can see here some more units talk about the national living wage, understanding pay slips, holiday entitlements, all of that sort of thing. And this is an example of one of the learner workbooks. So again, once we go through with our learners and we complete these workbooks, these form part of the portfolio of evidence for them to pass. And you can see there, we've got the section, it's all on the vocab. Then we've got the list of different jobs. And then we've got which workplace are you familiar with for them to complete. So again, you're not having to go and formulate and gain all this evidence for the portfolio. It's all within the workbooks. Let's moving on to another example. Again, listing the main employee rights, and we've got a little circle there for them to write all the way around that. So again, a really engaging qualification for you to do with your learners. So that will be January. Please do come and speak to us if you've any questions, any queries. Please come and see to us. We've got some samples that we can send out to you now. So if anyone wants more information on that, please come and see us, and we'll be able to send you some more information out. So moving on to the ESOL Skills for Life Hub. So this is available. It's been available for about a year, and it's a separate part on our website dedicated to resources for our ESOL qualifications. So as you can see there, ultimate destination for comprehensive support. So we've got standardization resources on there, tutor PowerPoints, learner workbooks, and they're at all levels. They're from entry 1 all the way up to level 2. So things like grammar guides to use with your learners, and also on the immersive learning, so the 8 scenarios for Metaverse. Again, James is outside if you want to go and speak to him. The 8 scenarios are all available on there currently at the moment as well. And they're all live. These are all free resources for you to use with your learners. And exemplar videos on how to conduct assessments. So you can see here how it will look. So we've got our download. So that's where all of your resources are, all of the grammar guides, all of the standardization material. And then we've got the videos. We've got web links as well to some useful information. Then we've got the videos where all the exemplar videos are for you to use. So they're videos of how to conduct assessments. And if we just have a look here, so these are some of the resources that I mentioned that are available on the ESOL Hub. So I've just picked a range here, all at level 1 and level 2, but they are there for entry level as well. So classroom activities, listening resources, and they're all available at different levels. Now, as I say, it's not just those, it's things like grammar guides as well. So again, Metaverse, we've got all 8 scenarios live now. You can see at a range of different levels as well. So we've got attending an interview. So these are all web-based links, so you don't have to have the headsets, although you can get it on a headset as well. You don't have to have them. But attending an interview, so that's at entry 3. So in that scenario, I won't talk you through them all in too much detail, but in that scenario, you go in and it's an interactive two-way conversation with somebody who's conducting the interview, and it's things like, this is Jake's Bakes, you're here to work as a warehouse operative. And then questions come up like, what is the name of the company, when was it founded, what job are you applying for, etc. And that's also at level 1. Then we've got house and home, so that's going around and identifying objects around the home. And again, that can be very interactive, and what we found a lot of our centres do is they'll have a presentation screen like this. They'll have house and home, for example, loaded on, and it'll be going through and it'll be identifying a table or identifying a television, and the television will be on the wall, and that can stimulate conversation then. Is your television on the wall? Is your television on a desk? So it can be a two-way thing, and again, there's a little bit at the end for them to do as well. Travel office entry levels, so this is twofold, so it's going around and identifying different places within the UK, but then there's also things like train timetables and bus timetables, and from that questions as to, if you wanted to get to Manchester for 10:40, which train would you get? So again, real life skills. And then we've got the doctor's surgery, again, entry levels, so that's about rebooking appointments and booking an appointment. And if you listen to the voice on it, the lady that you speak to sounds very much like a doctor's receptionist. And then we've got Parents' Evening, entry level, level 1. So this actually came about in collaboration with one of our adult education partnerships, whose feedback was that when their learners went with their child who might be a native speaker, perhaps what the child was telling them that the teacher was telling wasn't exactly the same. So we brought that one out. And then in the cafe, which again is ordering in a cafe, and again, those real life skills. So moving on to another new development is our English and Maths functional skills. So these are available entry 1 through to level 2. And they're available for teaching and assessment now. They have been for a couple of months, and we've had a very positive reception to them. So these are what we've called a born digital qualification. By that we mean that all of the teaching is done face to face as you would do it now, but actually all of our assessments are online. So at entry level, some of that marking it can take some of that pressure away, because some of the marking is computer marked. It's a different percentage at different levels, and some is tutor marked. And at level 1 and level 2, as with regulatory requirements, it comes into the AO, so into Ascentis for us to mark. So I won't read all of this out, but the assessments, as with all of our qualifications, really are on demand. So we don't have registration windows or anything like that. It's as and when the learners are ready to take the assessment, you can register them, and you can do the assessments. And again, they're flexible. So if you got somebody that came in and they were running late, they'd missed the bus, they weren't in the right frame to take right mind frame to take the assessment, then you can push it back. You don't have to do it on that day. So yeah, it's through our Surpass system, so an ever-evolving assessment platform. So again, all secure, and it means that they can't go and Google Answers or anything like that, because it locks down the rest of the computer. Our extensive resources, which we'll have a look at in the next slide, our preparation station, and we provide full centre training and EQA support. So again, when you sign up to use these qualifications with us, we provide you with the usual level of service that we provide on all of our qualifications. And we make sure that you get full training so that you can deliver effectively. In terms of our package, so it's within the registration fee, registration verification and certification fee. It allows 2 live attempts and a practice assessment as well. You'll notice a slight typo there, but I'll move over that. And we'll have remote invigilation available. I'm going to say by the end of the week, but again, I won't look at Alice when I say that. But we will have remote invigilation available. In terms of what we have to support, because we appreciate that this is a digital platform, and obviously the learners need to be fluent with that platform. They need to know what they're doing with that platform. So we've developed the preparation station. So again, these slides will go out, but this is a resource which basically goes through how the assessment is going to be when they log on to Surpass to do the actual assessment. And it has sample questions in there as well. I've gone a bit farther. So let me see if I can play a short video. And it is short, I promise you, it's 40 seconds. And we'll see if that works. Obviously, that's an example of the calculator section. Then you scroll down, so there is scrolling. And you can see multiple choice there. And you can split screen, so you can see the different, you can see the question and then obviously the answers as well. So everything that I've talked about today, the resources for ESOL, the functional skills, the preparation station, and the ESOL skills for employability. You can talk to us about all of those now. They're all ready. And what I will say, and I'll go back to the ESOL employability qualification and indeed some of the metaverse scenarios, that we work in partnership with our centres to develop these. And all ideas are welcome. What we're seen to be, and I think Phil probably mentioned this at the start, what we want to be seen to be is a listening organisation that take into account all of our learners, all of our centres, all of our feedback, and it's really important that we're not seen as this faceless AO, that we're seen as an AO that collaborate with all of our centres and get ideas and share best practice. And that's part of today as well. It's part of when my team come and visit you. It's part of the conferences that we put on throughout the year, the English and Maths and ESOL conferences. All of those things are designed to really collaborate and make sure that we have a great working relationship. So I'm going to hand over to Bassett in a moment or two. But what I will say, as Phil mentioned at the start, there are 21 members of staff here, and we're all distinguishable, easy for me to say, by our green lanyards. So please do seek us out. We have our leadership team here, we have partnerships, we have marketing, we have quality assurance, we have IT, we have product development. We have our whole company represented here. So any questions that you have, please do come and see us at the lunch break. We're all more than happy to speak to you. That's the reason that we're here. I will point out, if you want any further information on any of our qualifications, we've got Freya, Matt, Dean, and Tom here. They're all on the sales stand just outside. So again, they'll be manning that over the lunch break, so please do come and speak to us.